What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today, like you can see in the title and thumbnail, the UFC announced 297, 298, 299 banger fights. Strickland versus Duplessis. Here's the fucking thing, you guys, right, dude? They got Volkanovski versus Topuria, and we've got O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera. Now, ignore this little piece here about Mackenzie Dern paying me. It's okay, dude. She's only paying me just a little bit, just to keep mentioning her in the videos, but it's all good. You know, still love to her. But today, I've built two pay-per-views for 298 and 299. With 297, I feel like most of it's kind of announced. I know we're going to get Rakic versus Jan. I know we're going to get, Arnold Allen versus Movsar Evloev maybe. I don't know if that's 100% confirmed. That might not be it. So I will have a fight for Evloev today if that doesn't happen. But let's just jump straight into this shit with UFC 298, Volk versus Topuria. Boom. I built the card, okay? So opening up the main card, we're going to go with Jairzinho Rosenstrike against Justin Tafa, okay? I feel like this is a great fight for the Australian kind of connection, but also because Tafa's on a winning streak, dude. And Rosenstrike over here wins one, loses two, wins one, loses two. You can make kind of any fight you want at the bottom of the top 15 in heavyweight versus somebody on a win streak in the heavyweight division, unranked section. So the winner of this may potentially get a gym membership going, maybe getting on the treadmill at some point. But all likelihood, the winner of this, let's be real, is probably going to fight Derek Lewis. Like that's what's kind of at stake here for the winner of this. And, you know, it's going to be a fun way to open the card. Then I've got Marvin Vettori. How is that even a fucking question? Versus Ikram Aliskerov. The UFC has said this guy needs a ranked opponent next. We're going to make it happen. I look down the rankings and I go, all right, Jack Hermansson's probably not going to fight him. He's probably going to fight like Paul Craig, Brendan Allen winner. Like that just makes sense. That's going to happen in the UK probably next year. And, you know, in Mavov, he'll never fucking take that fight. Mavov, he after seeing what happened, he'll probably be like, nah, I'll fight somebody else. You know what I mean? I'll fight Chris Curtis again. Some shit like that. So, you know what? Fuck it. Let's put this guy against a top 10 opponent. Marvin Vettori can fight basically whoever he wants. He could fight Bo Nickel. He could fight Cheryl Bull. He could literally fight whoever he wants. Being a top 10 guy coming off a bad loss at middleweight. We saw Strickland rebuild himself fighting unranked dangerous guys. And I want to do the same with Marvin Vettori. Either Marvin Vettori somehow shuts down Ikram Aliskerov and he gets a big fight, maybe a Whitaker rematch, or, you know, I don't know, something like a Duplessis fight if he loses to Strickland, something like that big for Marvin Vettori, or Ikram Aliskerov does the unthinkable and chins Marvin Vettori. It won't happen, but he might beat him by decision. So that's a banger second fight. And then for the featured fight, I've been shouting from the fucking rooftops for not for years, okay, for months, to have this fight made. I want to see Jeff Neal and Jack Della Maddalena beat the shit out of each other. It needs to happen. Okay, it was either going to be JDM versus Luke or JDM versus Wonderboy. They both got booked. JDM took no damage against Kevin Holland. We'll get to him later. Put him in there against Jeff Neal right this fucking instant. This is a pay-per-view worthy fight that will be a brutal boxing war, and I need to see it right now. So, featured fight of this card, let's do Jeff Neal versus JDM. Keep the Australian kind of vibes going as well. And for the co-main event, you've got two options, okay? The UFC website does not let you move guys up weight classes, so I did originally want the co-main event to be Max Holloway versus Aljamain Sterling, right? That's a very viable co-main event to 298. You know, it makes sense having the number one contendership fight for the featherweight title right underneath the main event, because then if Max wins, he can call out Volk for the fourth time, or be like, yeah, I'll fight Topuria, you know what I mean? Something like that, right? Same with Aljo. If he beats Max Holloway, he's calling out Volkanovski. He's stuttering over his words about 50 times. He's probably going to say something sus in the process, knowing Aljo. Go check the Zesty tier list. If you know, you know. But then I was like, all right, what do I make instead? Because I can't show the graphic. And you know what, bro? I want to see Charles Oliveira versus Mateus Gamrot, okay? Mateus Gamrot is a very underrated contender. He deserves a title elimination bout. He's earned his way back up to that spot. And I really think he'd be a fun matchup against Charles Oliveira because he looked pretty good against Fiziev, dude. I feel like he actually looked quite good. So it's either Gamrot wrestles Charles Oliveira to a decision, maybe gasses him out, gets a ground and pound TKO, or Charles Oliveira just walks him down and chins him and he is completely undeniable at that point because we don't know when Islam's coming back as well. So I think the longer that we kind of prolong that fight, the more we can kind of go, oh, maybe Charles will win this fight. You know what I mean? If we go straight into Charles versus Islam again, like, I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I don't think Charles is going to beat Islam, dude. So I want as much false hope as I can get, bro. Okay? That's what I want, dude. I want as much false hope as I can fucking get, dude. You know, I big the Bronx. I big a champion, you know, the champions in there. That's what I want to hear at 298 after he chins Mateus Gamrot. And then in the main event, obviously, we've got Volkanovski versus Topuria. I need to think about who I'm going to pick to win this fight. I am leaning Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski is going to win. Just because I saw Lucas Tracy put up the video being like, Topuria's going to knock out wobbly cobblestone Volk. You know, he's got the poorly photoshopped title onto Topuria. I mean, come on, bro. I'm the best editor on YouTube. He should have hit me up. I would have edited that belt onto him clean and manifested it like I did with O'Malley. But all that aside, bro, I feel like Volk's just going to wrestle in this fight. I feel like Volk is going to be bigger and stronger than Topuria, which we don't usually see from Volk, but he is. I feel like he's going to out-wrestle him. He's going to kick his legs. He's going to jab him, and then he's going to shoot when Topuria is trying to blitz him, and he's going to win a decision. So hopefully this goes well for Volk. I would hate to see him get chinned by Topuria, even though, listen, boys, I'm going to react to my videos at the end of the year, but I did fucking say Volk was going to have a drastic downfall in 2023, and you all made fun of me when he beat Yair Rodriguez. Who's laughing now, dude? This guy is 1-2 in 2023. So I was right. You were wrong. Shut the fuck up, okay? I'm the best predictor on YouTube, all right? Stand up for yourself, yeah? That's it, all right? But that's my 298 card. Hopefully it's a good card. Let's move on to 299. We've got Cheeto Vera versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. They already had a face-off in MSG. I feel like Sean O'Malley won the face-off, but regardless, boom, this is the card that we've got, okay? Now listen, obviously, Cheeto, let me just move this. I'm the best editor on YouTube. All right, Cheeto versus Sean O'Malley, that's a pay-per-view main event. That's a banger fight. I'll talk about that very shortly, but opening up the card, you need Kevin Holland on a card like this. I don't know what it is about this O'Malley shit. I'm getting McGregor vibes, so I want to put Kevin Holland on this card, and I think him versus Nicholas Dalby actually makes a lot of sense. It's either Nicholas Dalby or it's fucking Michael Venom Page. These are the only options I want to see for Kevin Holland next. I don't want to see you fight Neil Magny and win by Darce choke in the first round. I don't care. I want to see you fight somebody different from a fucking grappler that can't strike. I want to see Kevin Holland versus Nicholas Dalby, or I want to see Kevin Holland versus MVP. Those are two pay-per-view worthy fights, okay? That's my opener, okay? Featherweight division. I know there's talks of Evloev versus Arnold Allen. I don't want to see it. I don't think it makes sense. I don't like that fight. I would rather see Yair Rodriguez versus Arnold Allen. That is a genuine, like, pick'em in my opinion. And the winner of that is definitely able to say, look, bro, I'm ready for a title shot. I'm ready to fight Max Holloway again. You know, that's where they're at. Or I'm ready to fight Ilia Topuria next if he loses to Volk. That's what we need. If Evloev beats Arnold Allen, it's still going to be a thing of like, well, like, okay, now you have to fight Max Holloway. You know, now you have to fight Volk. You know, now you have to fight Topuria. I feel like the winner of Rodriguez Allen is a lot more legit than Evloev beating Arnold Allen, if that makes sense. Because they both had those high-profile fights already. We already know how good they are. Evloev stylistically could beat Arnold Allen, but still get smoked by Volk, still get smoked by Topuria. Holloway, excuse me. It's different with Yair and Arnold Allen. Okay, but that's my second fight, brother. All right, brother. I want to see Bryce Mitchell on the second fight of this pay-per-view here card right here, brother. I really want to see him fight for the Lord and Savior. All right, but that's my second fight on the card. For the featured bout, I was gonna do Robert Whittaker versus Jared Cannonier too, but I remembered that Cannonier is injured. Apparently, it's quite bad. So a man that is seemingly magically recovered from Fire Island, even though, you know what, I don't think he was faking. I stood up for my boy Paulo Costa. I approve 100%. If he's ready to go, let's do him versus Robert Whittaker in in March. I'll just edit out that cough, my bad, guys. Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa in March. Give Whittaker the holidays. Let him start his training camp in like January. Boom. get him in there and give Paulo Costa time to recover as well. This is a good fight for him because they're probably going to do Chimaev versus Adesanya. Let's be real. I would love to see Chimaev versus Costa too, but they're probably going to do Chimaev versus Izzy at UFC 300. Let's be fucking real, you guys. So in the meantime, I would love to see Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. This is the fight we were supposed to get. This started the entire Paulo Costa pull-out saga. Pause. So let's fucking do it, dude. All right, Robert Whittaker, Paulo Costa, make it happen. Co-main event. Don't know why the fuck this hasn't been made for the UFC China card, but, you know, Dana White's clearly got something going on, something planned. Let's do Weili Zhang versus Yan Xiaonan, co-main event to Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera. Obviously, if you can get a bigger title fight, make that the co-main. You know, you want a big card under Sean O'Malley to sell the pay-per-view. I think the beef between him and Chito will do enough to get 250k buys, 300k buys, 400k, something like that. But you add 2 title fights, you add Weili Zhang, you add the Chinese kind of effect to it. Boom, that's probably going to be a bigger pay-per-view. So co-main event, let's do Weili Zhang versus Yan Xiaonan. Somebody's getting fucking Bing Chillinged in the co-main event regardless. So the Chinese fans will be happy. Dana White will be happy. And, of course, in the main event, we've got Sean O'Malley versus Chito Marlon Vera, the biggest KO merchant of all time. I don't know how this guy has pulled off getting a fucking title shot with, 1-1 in his last 2, and he got smoked by Corey. I know that it's because Corey's injured, but fucking hell, dude. God damn, this guy makes me mad. He's such a KO artist, and he's going to fucking KO Sean O'Malley somehow, dude. But nah, all jokes aside, I think Sean O'Malley just smokes him. I think he's going to leg kick him at range, beat him up, make him look like an idiot for 5 rounds, and probably win like a 50-45, 49-46 decision. I do agree with the guru that it's going to be slightly dull, but I just feel like it's going to be Sean O'Malley just beating up Marlon Vera and just making him mad as fuck. And Marlon Vera's going to have like a hissy fit when he loses, like he always does. One of the biggest sore losers in the UFC. And I can't wait to fucking see it. So that's my cards that I've built for 298 and 299. Let me know what you guys think down below. As for some prelims for 298, I'd love to see like Chris Barnett versus Junior Tafa. I feel like that'd be a sick fight. I'd also love to see Dominic Reyes versus Jimmy Crute. That'd be a good fight as well. But those are my cards. Let me know what you guys think down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more matchmaking. I'm the best matchmaker on YouTube. I'm the best predictor of all time as well, by the way. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. Join the channel if you want to be a member. You get a podcast every week. See you in the next video. Goodbye.